really remember how we came up with the name. I know that we had bar sit-downs and shared some beers, and we went through that whole thing you do with band names. Everyone spits out a band name, and everyone goes, that sucks. And we started toying around with the body. We had body, and we had that word.
We liked it. It was a little ambiguous. We were like, don't know really what it means. Like, are you saying, like, this form that we have is our final body? And it's just a little dark and ominous, so we were like, yep, let's go for it.
I don't know, band names always, you forget how they happen. We probably had dozens of terrible names. It was kind of almost like, this is it. Like, this is let's do this right here. Like, this is the last. We've reached enlightenment, and enlightenment is for 30-year-olds in a tiny space playing music, I guess.
It's always the same. There's nothing new. It's always the same. I'll put you in a box with pretty.
Tonight on Band in Seattle, eerie dissonant melodies and fuzzy guitars make Final Body's post-punk both fresh and familiar at the same time. Welcome to Band in Seattle.
A stranger's face, still on my mind. Trickle the blood and drink like wine. In a stranger place to avoid all time. But as you so push through, or was it mine? Trickle the blood and drink like wine. In a stranger place to avoid a sign.
Curtains is more of a melodic song for me, and I wanted to write a chorus that was a little more subdued than the rest of the song. And I think that that's the opposite of what most songs do. So I just tried to write something that kind of flipped that script a little bit.
This is me and Tyler's favorite song. It reminds me of kind of like a surf rock kind of song, and it's one of our prettier ones.
When we released our first album, that was like the song that I wanted to be the single. I thought it was like so catchy, and anytime we play that song live, people sing along to that one in the crowd.
In a stranger place to avoid all time. Why did you so push through? Or was it mine? Trickle the blood and drink like wine. In a stranger place to avoid all time. In the window I see people. They know there is nowhere to go. Evil, I am evil. There is nowhere to go.
Growing up in California, there was, where we were at in California, there was a huge music scene. Where I grew up, there's not a whole lot of people in one place, so the scene was just kind of spread out pretty far, so trying to find anybody that was of like mind and was just kind of hard to find. It was like a diamond in the rough every time you found somebody. That was kind of cool that we all kind of hooked up in that small amount of space. We all went to high school together. That's really kind of where I met Tyler and Nate. Been doing it for what, like 16 years now? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we've done like every genre pretty much that we enjoy, and then this kind of was, we're all in our 30s now, like been doing this a long time, and most of us kids, married, like full-time jobs, so this is our like ethos, I guess, like our mission statement at first was just to be simple, to write things that we could just go play a house party, write it as punk rock as we can get without being actually punk rock.
All the other guys were in another band. Their band was more electronic, so they didn't have a drummer. It was a drum machine, synths, and stuff like that. When I came up here, we wanted to start something with live drums.
Well, that's just my luck. Guess I'll just roll over. To see your truth, such as it is. Well, my mind's on fire and my bed's somewhat, but I lay my head in it. And still I keep my kin, spend my words again and again. I kill myself, I kill my head, 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 head. One, two, three, four.
I wanted to write something that was more like stream of consciousness and kind of just the lyrics kind of rolled over whatever rhythm was going on. And that song, I mean, pretty obviously is about being an artist, and sometimes there's a little bit of a duality there with just trying to be humble and then having like, you know, the ego get in the way of writing and all that stuff. And that song is just kind of like a commentary on that.
That one is, it took a lot of time to find how to fit all the parts. So we're really proud of how that one ended up.
In a lot of ways, the most complicated song that we have. There's a lot of like grooves and drum fills that are a lot different than stuff that we've done on our full length.
Well, that's just my luck. Guess I'll just roll over.
After the break, discover more about Final Body.
So dark, I had it. But the Lord in me said, whatever love was in me now is dead.
I always kind of describe it as just very simple. You know, it's like beauty and simplicity. Don't try to overthink anything. But if I was going to put a genre to it, you know, of course I'd probably say like post-punk, and you know, it's gothy for sure.
It's hard to describe Scott. Scott is a very unique person. There's no one else like Scott in the world. He is amazing at everything, too, which is kind of annoying. Champion pinball player, he can kill you at pool, video games, skateboarding. Anything you put in his hands, he's gonna find a way to master it.
Scott's my brother. We've worked on, I can't even keep count of how many different bands or projects. Yeah, him and Taylor kind of serve as the main songwriters in the band.
Taylor, who's not with us tonight for the performance, I didn't have anything going on. You know, I've been drumming for so long, I wanted to do something where I could express myself vocally. He picked up the bass, so we decided to do like a little two-piece band, just kind of like really simple driving punk kind of songs with like a little dark undertone to them. We started doing that for a little bit, and then I think we realized that we had other people in our friend group that weren't doing anything either. So it stood to reason that we would just ask other people to do it.
This man's a liar, 20 years to lie, and visions of the sky.
So when Taylor first left, just the three of us started writing music. I was filling in on bass, Nate on guitar, Scott doing keys and vocals, and a drum machine. And then we eventually wanted to start playing them live, so we asked Brendan to fill in, taught him all the bass parts. He learned those instantly. He's the gearhead in the group, so he came in and looked at all of our setups and was like, "What are you doing? That's dangerous. Let me fix that. I'm gonna take this home. I'm gonna rewire this for you." So it's been amazing having him with us.
Tyler's got a very unique style of drumming. I mean, also as a drummer too, like I really respect his choices on the drums. He's just tasteful, and it's all minimalism. It's doing more with less, and I think that almost single-handedly shaped the sound of the band.
Let's settle down, turn the lights out now, fumble in the dark. I'll read the room better than you.
So Nathan is just a very talented guitarist. I think he has never played in a band that was like this genre of music, like darker. He definitely brought a different flavor to it. I love the songs we've written, and I think without him, they would not be the same at all. He does not listen to that type of music. He doesn't know a lot about it. So when we're in the room and we're just jamming on these little goth riffs, and he's just throwing these little pretty things on top of it.
I like the pretty stuff. It's true, but still, yeah, there's prettiness in the darkness too.
When we return, find out more about Final Body.
Let me know that you
probably the most popular song that we've released so far.
That one has been a fan favorite, and it's opened up most of the doors that we get, and that song's like 3 years old. It's our slowest, darkest song, and it is our most, people seem to attach themselves to it.
Very slow, it's just a pounding, heavy, slow song from beginning to end.
I wrote that one in front of the coffee shop that Nathan and Brendan were working at. And I think I wrote those lyrics in like 3 or 4 minutes. I wasn't feeling super good, and you know, that song's kind of, you know, obviously about losing physical health, but also like I was dealing with a lot of mental health stuff at the time, and I don't know, that's my expression for what was happening in that moment. And every time that I play that song, I'm a little bit reminded. It's also kind of like a way for me to feel better, and that song means a lot to me.
I'm just a roaming round your city lights. I'm just a man around speaking. It's design. It's a matter of fact I research. It's a matter of fact I'm in. Provided by distance. There's so many of fact silence.
Taylor and Scott are the main songwriters. They're writing the melodies for a lot of the songs, and we want something that's catchy. I think that's what separates us from a lot of other bands, is we don't mind having energy and being catchy. Everyone in the band but me listens to real obscure, dark music that I've never heard of, but I grew up listening to the Beatles. I love Frank Ocean. I love everything, so I think I help add hooks and stuff where I'm hearing them, and like maybe we should do this twice. We all have like a nice community in West Seattle, and people see you on the street and yell like a part of the song. It's stuck in people's heads for sure.
How it all works out, I don't know. I don't think there's too much thought process going into the songs, aside from just having fun and trying things and going, Dad, what was that? You know, that sounded good. Let's do that. Let's work on that more. We'll flesh that out a little bit.
I'll make one new life with what you saw. Wondering why I let my body go to hell. Nostalgia couldn't save itself. Fall asleep to artificial rain sound. Just think of what mother would say.
Am I doing it because that's just what I do? Or am I doing it because, you know, like I obviously love it, you know, and I am inspired constantly to do it. All I know is that if I don't do it, I feel really bad.
As we're getting older, we all have full-time jobs. A couple of people have families. So it's just nice that we're able to set apart some time every single week, no matter what, to just like get in a space and play music.
Hopefully we're doing the right thing and keep doing it.
Every band is the same. We're all just idiots, just complaining about like what chord changes you're gonna do. For some reason, this is how we have fun. Like other people, I don't know, go bowling.
This time, I put my dreams up on a little cell. I run to why I never touched that blue pill. Just thought of someone I could kill. And get away, get away, and get away, get away, and 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 get away.
Thanks for watching. To uncover more about our bands, go to bandinseattle.com.